Volleyball basic rule the serve. First is server must serve from behind the end line or dark green or blue until after contact. Second, ball may be served underhand or overhand. Third, ball must be clearly visible to opponent before serve. Fourth, serve ball may graze the net and drop to the other side from a point. Fifth, first game serve is determined by a volley. Each subsequent game shall be served by the previous game loser. And the last is serve must be returned by a bump only. No sitting or attacking a serve. Scoring. First, rally scoring will be used. Second, there will be a point scored on every score of the ball. Third, offense will score on a defense miss or out of a bounds hit. Fourth, defense will score on offensive miss, out of bounds hit, or served into the net. Fifth, game will be played to 25 points. And the last is must win by 2 points. Rotation. First, team will rotate each time they win the serve. Second, players shall rotate in a clockwise manner. And the last is there shall be 6 players in each side. Playing the game volley. First, maximum of 3 hits per side. Second, player may not hit the ball twice in succession. A block is not considered a hit. Third, ball may be played off the net during a volley and on serve. Fourth, a ball touching the boundary line is good. Fifth, a legal hit is contact with the ball by a player's body above and including the waist, which does not allow the ball to visibly come to a rest. 6. If 2 or more players contact the ball simultaneously, it is considered one play and the players involved may not participate in the next play. 7. A player must not block or attack a serve. And the last is, switching positions will be allowed only between frontline players after the serve only.
Basic violations. First, stepping on or over the line on a serve. Second, failure to serve the ball over the net successfully. Third, hitting the ball illegally, carrying, palming, throwing, and etc. Fourth, touches of the net with any part of the body while the ball is in play. If the ball is driven into the net with such force that it causes the net to contact an opposing player, no foul will be called, and the ball shall continue to be played. And last, reaching over the net, except under this condition. When executing a follow-through, when blocking a ball which is in the opponent court but is being returned, the blocker must not contact the ball until after the opponent who is attempting to return the ball makes contact, except to block the third play, reaches under the net, if it interferes with the ball or opposing player. Failure to serve in correct order. Blocks or spikes from a position which is clearly not behind 10 feet line while in the back row position.
General rules of basketball. The rules of basketball can vary slightly depending on the level of play. For example, professional rules differ from college rules or where the game is played. International rules are different from USA professional rules. These rules differences, however, are usually just variations of the basic game of basketball, and the majority of the rules discussed below can be applied to the most any game of basketball played. The winner of the basketball game is the team with the most points. You get points by throwing the basketball through the opponent's hoop or basket. In regular play, a basket made from within the 3 points line in worth 2 points. And the basket shoot from outside the 3 points line worth is 3 points. When shooting a free throw, each free throw is 1 point.
Rules for the offense. The basketball team on offense is the team with the basketball. When a player has the basketball, there are certain rules they must follow. First, the player must bounce or dribble the ball with one hand while moving both feet. If at any time both hands touch the ball or the player stops dribbling, the player must only move one foot. The foot that is stationary is called the pivot foot. Second, the basketball player can only take one turn at dribbling. In other words, once a player has stopped dribbling, they cannot start another dribble. A player who starts dribbling again is called for a double dribbling violation and loses the basketball to the other team. A player can only start another dribble after another player from either team touches or gains control of the basketball. This is usually after a shot or pass. Third, the ball must stay in bounds. If the offense team loses the ball out of bounds, the other team gets control of the basketball. Fourth, the player's hand must be on top of the ball while dribbling. If they touch the bottom of the basketball while dribbling and continue to dribble, this is called carrying the ball and the player will lose the ball to the other team. Fifth and last, once the offensive team crosses half court, they may not go back into the backcourt. This is called a backcourt violation. If the defense team knocks the ball into the backcourt, then the offensive team can recover the ball legally.
Defensive rules the team on defense and the team without the basketball. First, the main rule for the defensive player is not to foul. A foul is described as gaining an unfair advantage through physical contact. There is some interpretation that has to be made by referees, but in the general, the defensive player may not touch the offensive player in a way that causes the offensive player to lose the ball or miss a shot. Rules for everyone. Although the foul rules is described above as the defensive rules, it applies exactly the same to all players on the court, including the offensive players. Second, basketball players cannot kick the ball or hit it with their fists. Third, no players can touch the basketball while it's traveling downwards towards the basket or it is on the ring. This is called goaltending. Touching the ball on the ring is legal in some games. Every player on the court is subject to the some rules regardless of the position they play. The positions in the basketball are just for team basketball strategy and there are no position in the rules.
Basketball court lines. The first one, free throw lines. Diri siya sample is ma-foul siya. Diri mo shoot ang player sa free throw line. Then second one, 3-point line. Diri ang 3 points. Then sunod is